There are so many coding agents these days, but one of these things is not like the other. And let's be honest, a lot of them are not only similar in features, they're actually starting to look like each other. Similar to how most people can't distinguish Pepsi from Coca-Cola on a blind taste test, coding agents are similar where if I hide the logo from Antigravity, Codex, and Cursor, it's really hard to tell which one is what. And one agent that stands out is Pi. And a lot of people who use Pi seems to swear by it. So how does this framework that powers OpenClaw stand out against other coding agents that are out there? Welcome to Caleb Code, where every second counts. Quick shout out to Micro Center, more on them later. Most people probably heard of Pi as the brain that runs OpenClaw. But why isn't OpenClaw powered by a much more comprehensive agents like Codex CLI, Gemini CLI, or even Claude Code? Don't these offer more tools out of the box? What makes Pi unique is more about what an agent isn't than about what an agent is. It's kind of like how negative space in art focuses on the empty space around a subject rather than trying to draw the object itself. Okay, what does all of this mean? Pi is notorious for how much it leaves out instead of how much it adds in. It doesn't have sub-agents out of the box, it doesn't have MCP, it doesn't have background bash, and it doesn't use to-do list. The real benefit of Pi is when it comes down to its ability to extend its own harness. In conventional coding agents like Claude Code, Codex, and Antigravity, you can't really change its own harness. Sure, you can configure settings around their harness, but you can't really extend its own harness. A good example is using hooks. In case you don't know what a hook is, it's a mechanism that allows you to interrupt the tool call chain either before or after to perform specific action you want it to do. So if I wanted to make my agent write an audit trail every time it deletes a folder through a tool call, I can just add a pre-tool use hook to write an audit trail by mechanism. And in the case of Claude Code, adding a hook means you're adding this within the settings.json file for Claude Code to parse and consume, all within the predetermined harness. But in the case of Pi, instead of a setting file in JSON, Pi writes an entire TypeScript code as an extension of its own harness natively in code. So the Pi agent actually extends its own harness while being self-aware at the same time. And once I run the /reload command in the terminal, Pi will now incorporate the newly written code as a hook. So you can imagine how this can be used to build applications like OpenClaw by building around Pi and adding the scaffolding around it like MCPs, integrations with messaging applications, gateway for hosting, and more. And as you can see, OpenClaw can just either import portions of Pi's components or use the terminal user interface as the module. So then what exactly is the use cases of Pi? Should people ditch Codex and Claude Code and jump into Pi instead? But first, a quick word from Micro Center sponsoring this video. As someone who's working in the AI industry, I really need the right hardware for the job, whether it's for local inference, fine-tuning, or building my own custom agent here at home. And all these things require parts like GPUs, RAM, CPUs, and storage. Micro Center helps you get the product you need, like a list of graphics cards that you can see specifically curated for AI workloads that typically need large amounts of VRAM and fast interconnect. Beyond dedicated graphics cards, I can also shop for solid-state drives since most models nowadays need to run as GGUF, which means you need to have a good hard drive to support your locally run inference. For more generic use cases like building agents, I can also shop for Mac Studios or the DGX Spark for a simpler hardware to run everything I need for building agents. Micro Center is opening a brand new store in Austin, Texas later this year. You can sign up for a free 128GB flash drive in store, and if you're in Columbus, Ohio, you can sign up for a free 128GB flash drive at their remodel. They also have news column on their website that shows different thought experiments and relevant materials around AI. Link in the description below. While frontier coding agents like Claude Code, Codex, and Antigravity might be mutually exclusive, and you might prefer to only use one as your primary engine, Pi is more of a framework than purely a coding agent. When we look at Pi's implementation, it componentizes into 4 segments, following the computer science principle separation of concerns, where each component handles different abstractions of problem. And it also uses open-close principle from the solid principle, where it's open for extension and closed for modification by design. For example, all the complicated logic and implementation for dealing with completions API from various providers is all in the Pi AI folder. This means all the tedious work in working with API messaging between providers like Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, SpaceX, and OpenRouter all of these providers for tracking tokens, tool calling, reasoning, and streaming are all in this specific component. This means all the code that's involved in talking to various APIs and even switching providers mid-conversations are all contained in this component. The agent folder handles the agentic loop that handles validation, event streaming, and tool execution, and the coding agent and the TUI is what the user interacts with on the front end, where you have the terminal that renders text, manages sessions, and custom tools and themes. An architecture like this allows people to build their own applications like OpenClaw using Pi as a framework, and even create their own agent like the code review agent or research agent that are meticulously built to be efficient, as opposed to trying to guide a bloated agent like Claude Code and writing these in the form of a prompt and customizing the harness that comes with it. Now, you might be wondering why all of this is necessary. It might seem like Pi is just going out of the way to try to keep it minimal. I mean, out of the box, it just doesn't really come with a lot of stuff, and it requires me to build things on top of it to get it working. What's even the point of using Pi in the first place? Personally, I find that Pi is the ultimate hedge against changing harness in agents. We have examples like LangChain that was rewritten over 4 times in its architecture, Manus was rewritten 5 times over, showing just how volatile the agentic layer in harness actually is as the underlying models get better in tool calling, requiring us less implementation to be done to work around the limitations around the model. And the concept of build to delete, meaning what we build today might be obsolete so soon. And by building less and avoiding over-engineering in the harnessing layer, it positions for the best long-term durability.